Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Server PvP map. It's looking really good, and today I want to do the centerpiece. I want to do the giant mushroom in the middle. We've got the mushroom base, and obviously the mushroom base is going to go smaller as it gets higher up. I also don't want it to go straight up. I want it to be at a little bit of a jaunty angle. The head of the mushroom needs to be about the size of this mycelium island in the center. Obviously it needs to be bigger than the base of the mushroom, otherwise it would make no sense. Now there's a few ways that we can do this. We could either do it by hand, like placing each block, but that's pretty tricky to get it perfectly round how I would want it. So what I'm going to do is something a little bit tricky and something multi-stage. I'm going to start off by making a sphere of the red color, the red clay, which is 35, no, that's wool, this one, 159.14. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy or cut just the top of it, not the top half. I don't want it to be a semicircle. I want it to be just like a bit of the top. Then we can by hand mold the shaping a little bit. It needs to be pretty big, so I'm going to come nice and far away from the map itself so I don't wreck any of that. I'm just going to stand here and we're going to make a hollow sphere out of 159.14, and for the start we'll just do 25 as the radius. Oops, 2 slashes. Pow. Let it load in. Is that big enough? That looks actually pretty perfect, to be honest. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get out of here. I'll just put those back. See, that wouldn't be a bad top to the mushroom anyway. Is that going to be big enough? That should be big enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to select pos 1. Oops. Pos 1, which is up in this corner. Oh, I don't think I got it all. We'll try it here. Pos 1. And then I'm going to go down to the other side on the other corner. Not down to the bottom, though. We want to go a little bit up. Probably to around this height here, roughly around there, and I'm going to do pos 2. Then we're going to cut it. Oh, that's not enough. Undo. Let it go back. And then we're going to go down a bunch. Oops, down a bunch. How do I go down a bunch? Can I go down? Shift. There we go. I don't know what I was hitting there. I was hitting tab, I think. Pos 2. Cut. Better. That's a good amount. We'll just leave this bottom half here for the moment. I can undo it if we didn't grab enough of it. But this is just going to be the top half then of this mushroom. We're going to go right to the center, move it just off center, and then paste it. I should stand over here somewhere. It's going to take a few attempts. How high do we want it? Let's say this for a starting height. And let's just paste -8 to speed it up so it's not pasting all of the air blocks as well. And you know what? That's actually not too far off. Oh, it's a little bit over to the right. That's a little bit too much of an angle. Undo. And come back a little bit. Paste here. Okay, I think I know where I am roughly. Alright. That's good there. That's good there. I think that's about right. And it looks like a little mushroom top as well. That's worked really well. What about if we stand in the center here and look up? Yeah, it's nice. It's just off center. That's going to be pretty perfect. So let's make this a solid base with no holes in it. And this is the tricky part now. This is the part that is always the hardest part to do of any organic-y like build. And that's to get the trunk as realistic as possible. Now, it's sort of similar to building a tree base. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use the 4 sides first, I think. And we're just going to get those going up. I need to find a center point, or the center point. So I'm going to go right here. Or it doesn't need to be perfectly centered, but we'll get it as centered as possible. That's about right. And I'm going to drag this down to where the mushroom base starts. Around about here. And we want the the top of the mushroom, we need a size that we want to sort of head towards, a goal size circle. So that's going to be about this. Now, I've never built a giant mushroom before in Minecraft. This is my first time. So if it doesn't quite work out exactly how I imagined, I'm not going to really be that worried. That's a pretty good goal. It's not quite perfectly circle, or not circle enough. We're never going to get it perfectly circle. You don't want it perfectly circle. There's no such thing as a perfect circle in nature. And that's about good. So we want this to join up with that. So we'll start at the bottom, I think. And we want this to come up. I want it... I don't know if I want you to be able to climb it from the outside or from the inside. Oh, and we need to go over this way as well. It's going to require a lot of tweaking this. A lot of tweaking. And a lot of rough guesswork. But yeah, okay, so that side's now joined up to there. I need to do the same thing here. So we're going to come up here. That's a little bit too high. And I need to come over to the left just a smidge. And then we can come out again. That would be cool. Boom. Like that. We want this one to join up to over there. And once you've got the 4 sides in, it should be easier to fill in the rest of the gaps. That's the plan anyway. And this one. And this one. And then just poke it out at the top. I like the idea of it sort of bulging out a little bit. And then this one goes over quite a fair way. So we'll come up here. Up this way. Over this way. Ooh, yeah, that'll do. Why not? Back. 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 Perfect. Okay, so we can sort of see now what the mushroom is going to look. That's pretty cool, right? You can definitely already see how this is going to look. We'll put the red dots in the mushroom afterwards. Not a problem. Not a problem for us to do whatsoever. Now it's just a matter of slowly filling this trunk up and trying to keep the circumference of the circle about the same. It's a long process, and I think what we'll do is we'll do 1/4 at a time. To keep things simple for me to begin with, we're going to go as flat and as square as possible. So we're just going to do something like this. And then what we'll do is afterwards, after we've got a solid structure, we can then put more detail on it to make it bulge out in certain areas that we want it to bulge out in and be flat in areas that we want it to be flat in. So it's just a matter of sort of filling up all of these spots now. That's good. And this one. Try and get a little bit of shape to it as we go, but I'm not that worried about it at the minute. Never built one before. Never tried to build one of these before. But it's, I suppose one bonus is that the closer you get to the top, the quicker it gets, because the circle gets smaller, doesn't it? Like this. See, already we've got a, even without much work at all, we've got a pretty natural giant tree trunk base going on. Like this. And then this one. Like that. Go on top of here. Keep it nice and solid. Make sure that there's no gaps in it. Once I do this, this 1/4, I'll then be able to cut away, and you won't have to watch me do the same thing for another 3 times. But I will do this one with you, just in case you guys are interested in how to build something like this for yourself. I don't know why you'd be watching someone who's never built one before. But you never know. It might be something that you might like it so much. I might have done it exactly how you wanted it to be. We'll have it like this. Like that. Start filling up a little bit more sharper now, because we're getting more towards the top. There and there. I'll put that like that, I think. Get some organic shape in here. It does get a little bit bigger towards the top, so this is perfect. I don't like that one. I like that one better. And How close are we? We're pretty close. I think we'll start at the top here now. Just so we get the top right and then just match them up. That one. A little bit of tweaking there. I know that's going to have to be tweaked, so might as well do that now. Okay, as long as we can match that up to there, we're good. Look how much, how little room that we've got left. It can all be done in one hit now. There. 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 And there. Boom. That's actually a lot better than I thought it would be on our sort of first test, you know, our first fill. Obviously we can add some blocks to make it thicker in parts. It maybe looks a little bit thin up here, but I can't really tell until we get all of the other quarters done. So I shall be back. Alright, just finishing off the last quarter, and I'm actually really impressed. I really wasn't sure how this was gonna go. But, you know what? That looks like a mushroom trunk. I think we've got the perfect width for the size of the mushroom. I think it goes up to a really nice height. I think we've got a nice perfect curve on it. And you know, I don't think it really needs any work on it at all. I think I really like just how it is. Just like that. Now, on the underside of the mushroom, we obviously need a different colour. We don't want red underneath it. That makes no sense. What we want is we used birchwood, didn't we, in the smaller mushrooms because it has the slabs types. But I think we can get away with a clay, this white stained clay, to go underneath here. Now, we don't want to put it straight onto here because you could. That's snow anyway. Sorry, Bat. I didn't mean to do that. You could put it underneath there and it wouldn't look so bad, but I think what we really want to do to take this mushroom to the next level would be to actually run a ring around this mushroom, smaller and down one, and then smaller and up one again. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to get right in the middle, which is on this pole, and I'm going to have this run down a little bit further. How far down does it need to be? If I stand right here, I'm on that level. Here, I'm on that level. I need to go down one. And then what we want is we want to go back to our command that we done earlier to make the sphere. We want to go down to 24, which is one block's... I think that's still going to be too big. We'll have a look. And we want to change this to hollow cylinder instead of hollow sphere. It's probably still going to be too big. Yeah, it's too big still. And I need to go up one as well. Undo. This is perfect for testing. So 20... 21. Undo. 22 is the same size. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll go with that. Go down one. 21. Go up one. 20. Okay, now what that does is it needs to be filled in a little bit, but it gives us a little bit of an edge on this mushroom, as you can see. It gives us a little bit of a bold edge. You know, I might do another one. Go up again and go 19. So we get a little bit more of a bowl. Now what we need to do is go around, fill up any gaps. There shouldn't be too many gaps, because that's sort of how this works. And I can take these corner ones away as well. I think that'd look better being flat. That one, that one, that one. Take that one away. That one, that one, that one, that one. Take that one away. That one, that one, that one, that one. Take that one away. And then I think there's a couple more around here. That one, that one. Okay, so that's the outside good. On the inside, it might be a little bit more. Oops. That one, that one, that one, that one. We'll just do one level at a time. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Nope, that one. This one, that one, that one, that one. It's hard to see. It's a little bit dark, but I can just barely see it. And then the next level up seems to be perfect. Doesn't seem to have any holes in it whatsoever. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up another block. We're going to get in here. Go up another block. And this is where the clay. This clay is going to go. So we want 159 dead. We don't want it hollow. We want a solid cylinder now. 159.19 will do great. And then I can bust myself down here. Oops, I done it in red. Undo. 159.19. There we go. Now it's the right colour. Then if we go down here, we have ourselves a little cream base to go underneath the mushroom, right? Needs one layer to connect up to it, so we'll do that. And then we want to put some detail on the bottom of the mushroom, because the mushroom isn't flat at the bottom, is it? I think what we'll do is we'll just go one block wider to join it to the top. So it's now joined to the trunk. It's all one mushroom now. And what we want to do is just put some detail on this clay, potentially using the same coloured clay, or the brown clay would work as well. If you look at the underside of a mushroom, I don't eat mushrooms, so I don't really know how much how mushrooms exactly look. But in my head, we're going to use clay. We're going to use this one, light grey, so it's just a little bit darker. And we're going to put some runs in the mushroom. Now, it doesn't matter if they go a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner or whatever. We'll keep them up. Yeah, no, that's good. No, we can do them at any sort of thickness. And we're just going to do as many of these as we possibly can, really. So we're just going to keep dragging these out every few degrees. Make some random shapes. The more random the shape is, the better effect it's going to give. The more natural it's going to appear. So we'll have that one. Try not to keep them dead straight. Trying to get a curve in every one if possible. Like this. I think I don't like to blow my own trumpet. I don't like to say something's good when I've built it myself. I do have a tendency to, because I just enjoy what I build. But I'm really pleased on how this is looking so far. There's nothing that in my head I'm going, I wish that looked better. I'm actually, it's probably one of my favourite little standalone organic builds that I've ever done, and it's not even finished yet. I suppose there's room for it to go wrong, isn't there? There's always time for something to go horrendously wrong. We figure out we've put it in the wrong place or something stupid like that. You see? Definitely more mushroom. I think we'll then go with brown. Just to put a little bit of darker shade on any right side. So we'll just run this down the right side of them. If I go this way around, I'll be heading, I don't have to do any like weird turns then. This one, just random blocks just down the is it the left hand side of each of these spokes. And this one, I can hear a lot of bats. I'm pretty sure when it comes to him taking the map off me, he'll be able to get rid of this whole bat problem. Maybe it's, if I put it on peaceful mode. Bats don't spawn on peaceful mode, do they? Game mode. No, difficulty. Difficulty. Peaceful. Yeah, I heard the squeak stop. Yeah, obviously there's no mobs. I don't need to worry about lighting as such, because obviously the PvP won't be in with mobs on. But that looks pretty cool, right? That's a mushroom. Now, how are we going to get the white dots on here? Now, we could do it by hand, which we probably will end up doing. But there is another way that we could do it. By doing pos 1, it would keep the spots would be small spots. They would be as small as they are on this mushroom. We could do them bigger. They might look good bigger, but for a first test, let's do 159.14 with snow blocks. Replace 159.14 with snow blocks. That would turn them all to snow blocks, but with also 159.14. That would be 50% red blocks, 50% snow blocks. Too many. So we're going to do 159.14, 159.14. That would be 25% snow blocks. Still too many. 159.14 would be 20% snow blocks. 159. Oops. 14. 159.14 is like 15% or so. Let's just try it. It's close. Undo. Still too many. 159.14, 159.14, 159.14, 159.14. I think that's pretty good, right? Now, you could go with bigger white spots, but you know, I think that's like a really good size. I think that's not bad at all, right? So we have the mushroom. You can't climb up it at the moment, any height, because the start of it is at least 2 blocks or 3 blocks in height. We can't go inside it at the moment. I want to be able to go inside and to be able to climb up it. I want to be able to at least parkour up some of this outside as well. But you know what? I'm pretty pleased on how this is looking so far. That's all I've got time for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!